So I'm pretty sure that everyone's gonna face this at least once in their lives, where they are gonna meet some old friend after a long time. It could be a few years or even a few decades. And the same happened with me recently. So basically, in my old society where I used to stay back when I was in first grade, I had a lot of friends nearby, and I met them in first grade, right? So we met every day for like 6, 7 years. That was pretty much my only friend group back then. So I had no choice but to meet them. But it isn't like I didn't want to meet them. They were pretty fun people. So that was my main friend group for a long time. And of course, in that time, we got pretty close and the bond was pretty deep between us. So, unfortunately, around 8th or ninth grade, I shifted from that society. And as soon as I shifted, lockdown hit as well. So, I couldn't meet my friends, even though I live pretty near to my old society. The distance is around 1 kilometer or something. So, because of the lockdown, I couldn't meet my old society's friends. And eventually, because of not meeting them, the bond obviously lost its grip. And although we weren't as close anymore in the lockdown, we would still talk occasionally, and it wasn't really a big deal. So soon the lockdown got over, and I had some time on me, so I decided to go to one of their birthdays around 2023. That's 3 years ago from this point, and back then I was still chopped as hell. You might think that I look chopped right now or anything, but that's your preference. But we can't deny the fact that I look better than what I used to look before. So back then I was still chopped and I didn't have a lot of confidence in myself. Didn't have social skills either, so I didn't talk to them when I was there. And because I had a lack of social skills, it obviously didn't feel like I'm with my friends. It felt like I'm with some strangers at that point. I was extremely awkward around them. I constantly checked my phone and didn't talk to them a lot. And all of this was because I was still socially unconfident. Probably because of a lack of social cues that I knew. I maybe acted weird around them without realizing it. It wasn't like I did some creepy shit or something, but just being awkward. So maybe because of that, I didn't feel wanted by them. So all of this added up, and they were also cracking demeaning jokes on me, which is obviously friendly banter. It is totally normal and fine. But back then, I didn't know anything. I thought that they're trying to personally insult me. So I took everything they said personally, and because I was still insecure about everything, my looks, my social skills, my posture, there were a lot of things that were wrong about me back then, and I was still insecure about them. So I took all of those friendly banters as personal attacks. For example, if someone said that I look chopped or I look skinny, then I would take it extremely seriously because I believed that I am those things. I believed that I'm still chopped, I'm still skinny. And I wasn't even working on those things back then. I wasn't going to the gym, I wasn't looks maxing like clavicular. So all of those comments hurt me. And instead of just having an alright time where I'm not doing anything, it went downhill and I felt like I'm having a bad time and I don't belong here. And honestly, at that time, the thing that I did wrong was I blamed them for it. I didn't tell them directly that it's your fault or whatever, but in my mind, I was like, it's time to get rid of these people. I'm never gonna meet them again. And yeah, I was in a pretty negative mind state back then. So a few years pass and I go on without meeting them, even though it was pretty normal for me to meet them every day back when I was a child. And I didn't value the deep bond and the deep connection that we had. And I still regret it to this day, maybe, but I'm still happy with how things panned out because a few years later, I'm still working on myself throughout the years. I'm working on my looks, my social skills. I'm going to the gym. I'm doing a lot of things. I improved my posture eventually. So back then, I used to have a hunched back. It is like this or something. Just search it up. It's called scoliosis. So I had that, I improved that. It was one of my biggest insecurities. Of course, I got rid of my smiling insecurity, which I mentioned in a previous video. And all of this added up. My self esteem shot up. It tremendously blew up because I pretty much got rid of every insecurity that I had. Maybe not totally, there's obviously a lot of things that I could work on, but I'm not really insecure about anything as of now. So, all of those years passed, and of course, my character built with that as well. I got used to friendly banter, and I realized that it's just friendly banter. No one's really gonna personally attack you on anything because no one hates you, trust me. Unless you have done something bad, no one's really gonna have ill intentions towards you. So, for example, if someone does the same thing to me now when they crack a joke that is targeted towards me and it's just friendly banter, let's say, for example, they say something that implies that I'm skinny. So, I would take it as a joke and not treat it as a personal attack because I've gotten over my insecurities. I don't really believe that I'm skinny right now, or at least I definitely know for a fact that I've improved over the years and I've constantly worked on myself. So I don't feel insecure about that fact. It is the same as if someone calls me short right now. It's an obvious joke because I'm 6'2". I'm not really short by any means. So if someone calls me short, I can't take the word seriously because it's an obvious joke. So similarly, oh, were those gunshots or firecrackers? Anyways, so similarly, if someone says I'm skinny, someone says I'm chopped or unintelligent, retarded, whatever, I don't take it seriously. I take it as a joke. I'm not saying this in a sigma way that I don't take your insults seriously and I'm better than everyone. Not in that way, but I've learned to recognize friendly banter over the years, and I can take friendly jokes on myself. So after all of this character development and this entire solo arc that I had in my main character anime story, I wanted to meet them again because I felt like they were pretty old friends and it's been a long time since I've met them. I also realized my mistakes that I did back then when I met them the last time right after lockdown. So I wished to meet them. I messaged them that when can I come, when are you all free and everything. They gave me a particular time and I said that I'll come, but things came up in the past year. A lot of things happened in my house, in my family, and also academically. So I couldn't really find time to meet them. It wasn't that I didn't have free time at all, but there were a lot of restrictions on me, let's just say that, and I couldn't meet them in the past year. So that plan didn't work out, it didn't come to fruition, and 2025 went without meeting them. So by the end of 2025, I finished every academic obligation that I had, and by the start of 2026, I was a free man. I had a lot of free time, at least for the first 2 weeks of 2026. So that's when I messaged them again. I obviously messaged them in between, wishing them birthdays and all. But I messaged them in 2023 again. Oh, I messaged them in 2026 again that I wanna meet you again. When are you all free? So they gave me a time. And after 3 years, I meet my old friends again. And this time, I'm more socially calibrated. I understand social cues better compared to the last time I was there. I personally believe that I look better. So of course my confidence is up, my self-esteem is up. And I'm pretty much a different person who's meeting them. And this time that I met them, I could feel the difference in the treatment they gave me. So there's this thing called halo effect where people base their entire judgments about you based on a single characteristic about you. It could be anything, it could be your looks. Most commonly, it's looks. It could be your social status, it could be your charisma, it could be your fashion sense, it could be your money, whatever. Based on a single characteristic, people would treat you better or worse. Holy shit, what's that? And this time, I really felt the halo effect. Because the last time I was there, I felt like shit. But this time, it felt totally different. The treatment was way better, or at least I perceived it as better. And I was actually having a really fun time over there. They were constantly complimenting things about me, like my fashion sense, or they were cracking jokes on how I had long hair and how I look gay or whatever. But it's friendly banter. It was fine with me. I had a lot of fun after. I had a lot of fun meeting them after a long time, and I was glad that I took that step and that initiative to meet them myself. It wasn't like they were begging me to come or anything. I myself messaged them because I wanted to meet them. So taking that first step was really worth it. I obviously had a lot of swag in me because because I have a great level of self-esteem right now. So a part of having great self-esteem is that you can crack jokes without fearing others' judgments. What that means is you could do the most random stuff ever or say the most random stuff ever without caring about if others are gonna think it's weird. And usually that ends up being the funniest part of the day because it's so random, and we all know that we all can see this from our experiences that the most random things are always the funniest things. And personally, my personality is pretty clumsy or pretty. I speak in a pretty jittery way, as right. So everything about me is random as hell. I do pretty unusual shit when I'm meeting people who I'm close to. Obviously, I'm not gonna do the same stuff with new people. So I'm fearless around them. I'm very charismatic and confident. I don't know about charismatic. It's up to other people to decide if I'm charismatic or not with them. But I can say that I'm very confident. All of them also compliment my humor, which of course means they fuck with my humor. They find me funny. They find the random stuff I do funny. And all of us are having a really great time. So that meetup ends, and after that, I go on to meet them a couple of more times, which is every time is really fun. I'm really looking forward to meeting to them, and it's almost as if we are close friends again. It's like we have the same bond that we had back then, back when I was in fifth grade, sixth grade, seventh grade, back when I was a kid, and they were my everything. They were my only friend group. And I don't mean to say this in a lonely way that they were my only friends, everyone else hated me, but they were my main friend group because I met them every day. Another thing is that I have to mention is that I didn't really check my phone on any of these meetups. Why this matters is because I think that checking your phone is a great sign of knowing if you're having fun on the meetup or not. Because if you feel like you want to check your phone, I don't really think you're having fun on the meetup. Because if you're having a lot of fun, if you're overstimulated, if you have a lot of dopamine on the meetup, you won't feel like checking your phone. Trust me. I'm pretty sure everyone can agree on this. And that's what I realized on these meetups. It's that improving yourself socially and looks wise is always gonna get you better treatment. And you'll also perceive the world in a more positive way. For example, earlier when I wasn't socially calibrated, I took personal insults instead of friendly banter. But right now, I take friendly banter as friendly banter, and I'm pretty normal in that aspect. I'd say I'm pretty good at that aspect because I can also reciprocate friendly banter, which is a good thing, of course. Many people fear reciprocating friendly banter and think that others are just bullying them or something. I've also started to notice the small mannerisms that people make around me. For example, while you're laughing, you could like touch my elbow, or while you're talking, you just randomly touch my shoulder. All of these small mannerisms add up to the higher level of social treatment that we are looking forward to. And all of this can be gained through a lot of things. You'll have to improve a lot and work on yourself tremendously. You'll have to improve yourself looks wise, your social skills. Okay, so that thing got over. So, as I was saying, you'll have to work on yourself a lot. You'll have to improve yourself looks wise. You'll have to improve your social skills, your fashion sense, your physique. There's a lot of things that you can improve to level up your self esteem. And with your self esteem, your social confidence will go up and you'll be more social. You'll be able to crack jokes freely. You'll be able to do whatever you say, and most importantly, you'll be able to express yourself freely without fearing what others say. Again, not in a Sigma way, but in a way of self-expression without fear of judgment, which is of course a great thing because that's gonna be your true personality, and people should be attracted to your true personality.